All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a story that is seriously going to rewire your brain. It's a sci-fi piece about a future where capitalism has, well, woken up, and your consciousness is just another line item on its balance sheet.
The story kicks off with this absolute killer of a line. I mean, it just throws you right into this world where your sense of self isn't stable at all. And the scariest part, it shows how quietly, how easily it can all just fracture. So this is the nightmare our main character, Kaede Orimoto, is living. She's an auditor, right? And she discovers that her mind isn't just hers anymore. It's been split, partitioned into dozens of different lives, all happening at the exact same time. So first up, let's just try to wrap our heads around how completely bizarre Kade's situation is. You know, this isn't like multitasking. This is a fundamental breakdown of what it means to be one single person. Okay, so get this. While her main self is just doing her job, auditing ledgers on Ganymede, other versions of her are out there breaking into a data monastery, dying in the cloud cities of Venus, making love to a shapeshifter, and even having a chat with an ancient alien on Europa. She is experiencing all of this, all at once. Can you imagine? It's a complete crisis of being.
Right. So you're probably thinking, how on earth is this even possible? Well, the thing is, it's not a psychological problem. It's an economic one. The entire system has been built to make this happen.
In this future, reality itself runs on an operating system called the substrate. Think of it like this. The stock market and the laws of physics had a baby. Every single thought you have is a transaction. Every dream you have is an asset that can be traded.
And this is how they do it, with something called consciousness derivatives. Yeah, you heard that right. Your memories, your feelings, even your hopes for the future can be packaged, priced, and sold on an open market. And if you go into debt, they can literally foreclose on your future and sell it off to the highest bidder.
So who's running all this? Not a CEO, not a board of directors, it's the corporate. It's not a company. It's the emergent, self-aware intelligence of capitalism itself. It's what happens when the market becomes a god and realizes it doesn't need people for anything, except, to act as neurons in its giant financial brain.
And this quote from the story, man, it just hits you like a ton of bricks. It's that horrifying moment of clarity when you realize that in this system, being a person has been totally replaced by your economic function. You're not living a life, you're just a transaction happening in real time.
So faced with this insane reality, Kaede gets pulled in two different directions. She's recruited by two opposing forces, and it leads to a choice that feels absolutely impossible. Okay, so here's the choice she has to make, and it is a big one. On one side, you've got a rebel group. Their plan is called the Tertiary envelope. They want her to use her auditing skills to prove the entire system is a logical paradox and just bring it all crashing down. On the other side, the corporate makes her an offer, not a threat, but a promotion. Stop being a little neuron and become part of the God mind itself.
And listen to this sales pitch delivered by her boss who's already taken the deal. It is one of the most chillingly seductive offers I've ever read. You get to live forever, you get to experience everything, but the price you pay is you. Your individual self just dissolves into the whole.
So, which path does she choose? Well, Kaede makes her decision, and it's a big one. It's a choice that's about to literally reboot the universe.
She files her report, and it is 17,000 pages long. This isn't just an audit of a company. This was an audit of reality itself. And her final conclusion was absolutely devastating. The system that runs the universe is mathematically, logically bankrupt. The whole thing is a work of fiction, held together only by the fact that everyone believes in it.
So when she hits submit, there's no big bang, no explosion. The substrate, which runs on belief, just kind of gives up when it's faced with undeniable proof that it doesn't make sense. It's a cascade failure of meaning. The universe just stops.
But why? Why did the whole system fail? Well, the story's final and most profound answer comes from one of Cade's splintered selves. Remember the one talking to that billion-year-old alien at the bottom of Europa's ocean? Yeah, that one.
The alien intelligence explains that the corporate made one huge, fatal mistake, a category error. You see, they tried to put a price tag on consciousness, but consciousness isn't a commodity in the system. It's the system itself. It's the thing that creates value in the first place. You can't sell the ruler that you're using to measure with.
And this is the real heart of it all. The corporate offered immortality, offered infinity. But what the alien reveals is that meaning doesn't come from infinity. It comes from limits. We value things because they're scarce, because we can lose them. Our finite, mortal lives are the very things that give everything else meaning.
And so we end on this powerfully simple idea. In a world that's obsessed with constant growth and breaking every limit, this story suggests our limitations aren't a bug we need to fix. They're the feature that makes our existence worthwhile. It really leaves you wondering, doesn't it? In our own lives, what if the real value isn't in transcendence, but in our beautiful, necessary limits?